14th, a Soho bar, a speakeasy. It's you and me, and I'm feeling free. It's crazy how everyone lives out like Top Gun. It's you and it's a cloudy night to smoke one. How things happen when you move to the city. When you're with me, oh, how you feel me. All things happen when you call me pretty. When you're with me, oh, how you feel me.
Hello, my little honeybees. This video is basically for those who are new. Going to be kind of searching for a job, so I'm going to be looking over a little bit of information on the Second Life wiki page about Second Life jobs. I'll also be going on to the Second Life employment page, I believe it is. So we're kind of digging through the newspaper today to look up some work. I would go self-employed, but I don't really have the lindens to do that at this moment. Thinking maybe a spa place or maybe yoga, but those seem to be everywhere. So the pages I'll be going over, I will put a link in the description box. So that those who are interested in maybe finding a job can kind of look it up and see for themselves what I am going to be doing here. First off, there's the wiki secondlife.com guide, I guess you could say. It kind of goes into jobs in Second Life. It talks about MMORPG. If you don't know what that is, we will just click on it and take a look. I believe it's multiplayer role-playing site is what it's talking about. Second Life being. Yes, I don't know why they put Lee on here. I just call it massive multiplayer online role-playing game. I don't really consider it a game. I consider it an extension of my real life into a virtual life. Role-playing, I really don't do a lot of that. I haven't. I just kind of do my own thing. Whether that's mild role-playing or not role-playing at all. But, you know, many people on Second Life do role-playing. You can find a job in role-playing communities and maybe get paid that way, but my experience is that sometimes you don't get paid at all. So this, if you feel interested in reading this, then you can hop on over to this and read into the role-playing game. My interest is basically looking for a job, and they do stress that unskilled jobs, if you're not skilled in some kind of work, it's limited, and that whatever's out there doesn't pay very well at all. Chi-Chi, you are loud. At least to me you are. Now they do say, and a lot of people have started out that I've heard, as a dancer. I'm not really interested in becoming a dancer, so I'm kind of particular, kind of picky. You can become a model, but to my knowledge, you need lindens for that to begin with anyway, so I don't know if that would work out at all. I don't know if I'm good enough to be a model, pretty enough to be a model. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a model, really. A shop attendant, I probably wouldn't mind being. I can take care of a shop. I can decorate up a shop window. I like to decorate, so um, I could probably do something like that. So that may be something I look into in the future. Bouncer, security agent, no, that's just not me. I can't do that. Just no. Um, then they go kind of into the more skilled jobs, like building, modeler. I don't have any knowledge in that. If you do, make sure you check it out. Texture artist, I don't have any knowledge in that. Fashion designer, don't have any knowledge in that. I don't mesh. I don't do anything like that. I can be like a personal assistant in helping choose a wardrobe that's already, made. So I could probably, choose an outfit, help somebody with a hairstyle, choose a hairstyle that's already out there. Look for the best uh, devers, or whatever you want to call them, meshers that, make stuff, put the outfit together for you. I could do something like that. Scripter, I have no knowledge in that. Animator, no knowledge in that. Event host, I can probably host small personal events, not huge, like accessing them events, not huge events like that. I try to stick to something that's not um, going to overwhelm me and make me quit before I even begin. I don't want to do that. You want to choose something that you will feel comfortable with, that you can do, and not get overbooked or overwhelmed with it. So small gatherings of friends and family, I could host something like that, like a baby shower, maybe a wedding, barbecues, family uh, get-togethers, stuff like that. I could probably do. I do not know how to DJ, so I cannot do DJing. Freelancers and entrepreneurs. I've heard plenty about land barons. I probably rent from one. I've heard about people who buy land just to rent back out. Probably might do just small, something like that, but not like on a huge scale. Like buy lots of land and rent it out. That to me would probably be a bit overwhelming. Linden Dollar brokers, no, I couldn't do that. And then you can look through the unclassified jobs, or think of unclassified jobs, or go to the classified jobs. um, let's see, organizing companies, groups, associations, even cartels. These are all different things you could come up with maybe yourself, or look into finding these. Stop by other Sims, stop by stores, look in the wanted ads, and just to have fun earning this. Don't do something that's going to stress you out and make you want to just pull your hair out. Second Life is supposed to be a fun get away from the real, life stresses. So find something that you would find as being fun. Yes, Chi Chi, I hear you. Read the newspaper with me. So I will leave the link for this area, this page, in the description, and you can look throughout it if you feel you are going to be interested in earning some lindens somehow. Basically, a job is probably not going to land in your lap, especially if you're new. It's hard for newbies to get into the workforce, and even groups sometimes. It's hard too, because people kind of close themselves off to those who are new, because they're used to new people being trolls, rude, wanting just gifts, so mind your P's and Q's around people, and you never know what could happen. You could get lucky and find the perfect job right away. The second page I was looking at was the Second Life community page in World Employment. It's almost like going through the classified in a newspaper. Hence the newspaper on my lap. I am looking through the classifieds. Now, I was looking through this earlier, and my Second Life newspaper, yes, Gigi, my Second Life newspaper was telling me all about, hey, there are places that are hiring. Look over here to see when they were last posted on. How many views? This one had a whole hell of a lot. May stop wasting time in dead clubs. Yes, a lot of clubs can be dead. I've gone to some places that just have nobody, but I also realize that the time of day I go, there might not be a lot of action, or the day that I go, there might not be a lot of action. Fridays and Saturdays seem to be the most hopping because people are getting off of work on the weekend, and they go back, to going to bed early on Sunday and back to work Monday through Thursday. Well, Friday actually, but, Friday night they're off work usually. So, expect if you do work at a club that your busiest days would probably be Friday and Saturday. So if in real life you are doing things Friday and Saturday, that might not work for you. Yes, Gigi. Rigging artist needed. I'm not really sure what that's about. Someone's looking for a full-time rigger. Okay, well, I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to even worry about that. Still looking. I'm sure it's the same place. Yes. The Warehouse Heavy Metal Club is hiring. You could see a lot of hosts. A host is usually a male. A hostess is usually a female, as you can see here. Hosts, hostess. But don't rule out, unless it states in their ad that they're seeking a male. Don't rule out that a female can't work there. They might choose a female, so check it out anyway. I don't know anything about DJing, so I can't look at anything like that. Shift manager, pay per set, I'm not really sure about. But there are a lot of clubs seeking employment. Really do your research by visiting these clubs and talking to people who actually work at them, and seeing about how honest the people who are going to be paying you are, and that they're not going to be asking you to do more than just the job they're asking you to do. Find out all the details, but definitely go visit the club on different days, different hours, before you make a decision to work there. Get to know a few people, the patrons that come in. There are some jobs that might be coming up. You really have to check into that because you could be waiting a long time for that. Kind of like the Linden House, just saying. But yeah, realtors wanted, script developers. If you know any of that, always check your listing here before posting your own ad. And yes, you can post your own ad. I will probably be doing a separate video on doing that, since I will be seeking work if I cannot find anything, which kind of seems to be the way it's kind of going. If I can't find anything in the classified here, then I will seek putting in my own ad. And I might go like for 2 weeks, because you do have to pay Linden's for your ad to be on here, and it's usually so much per, I think, week, but I'm not positive on that. When I do my video on it, obviously we will be looking into that also. Um, do you think you could have sexual, oh my god. Do you think your voice is sensual? Well, then go look for this job. I don't know. My voice isn't really sensual. It's more of a kind of like a drunk smoker's voice. mine, mine to me isn't sensual. It's too rough, I guess you could say. But then you never know. If you think that you can have a sensual voice, then go check that out. You never know who's wanting what. Um, yeah, like I said, a lot of clubs. Here's an event planner wanted. Wanted. Wow, I know how to talk. Looking for. Wow, that's not a whole heck of a lot of info. But you could probably check with Pretty Kitty Tabby and find out exactly what she's talking about there. Because it's her asking, but not the people on the actual sim. So you need to be aware of certain things that way. Also, like I said, do your homework. Experienced event manager. All this stuff you could probably, if you are really seeking hardcore working on here, look up online free training, free schooling, free things to help you out with this, because they do have some, and maybe I'll do another video on how to do that, on doing free training. And I think you could also like write down on a note card exactly what things you do or could do for work. And any time that you run into somebody and you get to kind of talking about working and seeking a job, and maybe they know someone or something, you could give out your note card to these people and say, hey, if you know anybody, if you're ever looking, keep my note card available, because I'm available to work for you. I think that for me, I would like to have my own hours, be able to set my own hours. I like to work in the, like, I feel comfortable doing like the yoga or some kind of exercise, or maybe be a tour guide on somebody's sim, house set, pet set, what else? I could work at a shop, get to know the shop and the measures and the products that are being sold in the shop. I could set up shop windows. Just, what would help in my eyes is if you just sit and think about everything you like to do, make a list of it in a notebook, and whatever you feel you could do on Second Life or supply to somebody to help their Second Life better, then go with those. Kind of think about what type of job you would really, really enjoy and stick with, and that makes you happy. That's the number one thing, to make your Second Life better and happier. Then swing with those. Um, yeah, I don't. There's a lot of clubs, just a lot of them, and I don't know. A maternity care clinic. Maybe they need a candy stripe assistant, somebody who does not know. Well, it's kind of familiar with the medical maternity care, but not like the doctor. Somebody who could maybe assist the doctor. Yes, Chi-Chi. Dog walker, maybe, who knows? Walk the dog around their yard. Maybe they'll pay you a couple of lindens for that. Let's see. Yeah, there it's just like not a whole heck of a lot. Also, watch the dates here. Don't go too far. I would say go to the first of the month that you are in and seeking for, or at least 30 days ahead. So, like if you're looking July 1st, if you're looking for a job, go for as far back as June 1st. But don't go any further than that because then they're old, they're taken, or they're gone. They're not on there anymore, and they just haven't gotten rid of their ad, I guess you could say. Yeah, definitely do the research in any of these that you are looking at. Event planner, family role-playing community, that might be interesting for somebody. Don't be afraid to, when you meet people, ask them if they know of anybody who's hiring for unexperienced, entry level, someone who is seeking training, being paid to work while doing training in that particular field. You could find probably a lot of opportunities. I see right there, opportunities to get your name out there. Even if you go to different sims and you seek out people there, just don't seek out and say, hey, I need a job, but become familiar with a person, treat them like a person, and then see what you can do from there. And you never know. Oh, affirmation I do have is: there is no race, no religion, no class system, no color, no sexual orientation, nothing that makes us better than anyone else. We are all deserving of love. And actually, I believe it was Sandra Bullock that said that. I will also, I think I already said, leave the link to this page in the description box so that people can find it easier. It can be difficult unless you're looking on like maybe Google or something and you Google it in, which you can do also. Look in the forums, ask around. Something eventually may fall in your lap, If something doesn't fall into your lap, then start seeking maybe doing your own business of something you love. Maybe flower arranging. Somebody can supply you with flowers on their sim, their own bot, and you arrange them. Gardening, maybe. You can maybe build the garden out in your yard. Just open your mind to a lot of different things. And, something will probably fall into your lap. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. Either something will fall in your lap or you'll create something for yourself. And so, I wish you luck with all of that. I wish myself luck with all of that. And, I'm looking forward to hopefully working with people, meeting new people, creating a bigger Second Life community for myself, for my best friend, and for others. Always seek opportunities to create your own happiness, my little honeybees, and I will see you in the next video. Love ya!
Get the party, get the blast, get